Okay, so everybody is always asking me how to make Brazilian beans, and this is how I make it. I hope it's helpful and probably the easiest way to make. So if you have a pressure cooker, it is. You have it at all. It's pretty much the most important tool you need. With that being said, black beans is my favorite. So you can find it in pretty much in any grocery store. Obviously, certain brands are better than others. I found mine at Hugo's. Secondly, I always start my black beans with bacon. Everything tastes better with bacon. You don't need a whole lot. You just need to get little good flavor, just to give that punch. So there's not even about a cup of bacon. I chopped everything and just saute everything into the pressure cooker because I really want to use the oil of the bacon, and that's the key for everything. So you've got the oil right there, all ready to go. Maybe you add a little teaspoon, actually a tablespoon or two of extra virgin olive oil. You have two preferences. I have a couple of options here. I've got the beef stock or the chicken broth. They really add a good flavor to it. Lately I've been using beef broth. I don't know, it just tastes amazing with it. You need bay leaves, and I really love paprika. The smoked even better from Target. Okay, the next ingredients that you can't miss, and I always use about 1 stalk of celery. If you have it at home, if you don't, not a big deal. But for sure, green pepper and onions. So here they are. I chopped everything nicely. So after you saute the garlic and you've got that all hot and ready to go, you add those chopped vegetables. Don't chop the garlic yet. Garlic is another great key, but not quite yet. So here's what I'm talking about. Nice, awesome coat. You can caramelize that just with the bottom of the pan being a little bit caramelized for the bacon. Gosh, you can't go wrong. The smell is amazing. So you just caramelize that. I don't have a recipe. This is all in my head. I don't have a recipe book or a recipe with this. I just try different things because my mom taught me how to make black beans my whole life. That's like the Brazilian dish. So anyway, this is gonna take a little bit to caramelize. Once it's nice and soft, you can add the garlic. Now, I like a good maybe 5 to 6 cloves of garlic on a good size, but you can put a whole head. I mean, garlic is healthy, it tastes amazing, and it takes your beans to a whole new level. All right, so here's the garlic. This is a little too small. I like to work with a little bigger clove. The clove of garlic you can find anywhere, but you never know. So I'm getting the garlic ready. I'm not gonna mince. I'm just gonna use a masher, a garlic mash, because it's easier and quicker, and time is important here when you have kids. So anyway, I'm gonna use a garlic mash here, and you can see they're just caramelized. I add the paprika and about a teaspoon or so. I like a good smoke flavor, and as well as I put the bacon back in again. So this is another step. So the garlic is the last thing to go on a pot. The reason why the garlic has to be the last is you don't want to burn the garlic. That's not the point. Usually leave the garlic in, as you can see, for about 1.5 minutes. You really don't want to overcook garlic. That would not bring a pleasant flavor. Okay, so after the garlic, you keep in mind the salt and pepper. I usually just use the pepper shaker. Now with salt, just be careful and keep in mind, because chicken broth or beef broth has a lot of sodium, so I don't like my food over salted, or I just like it a little bit more simple. And if you want to add salt, you have an option. So the beans are going in. I washed and I soaked them in water for only 30 minutes. Ideal is to do it for way longer than that. 2 or 3 hours would be enough if you have a good pressure cooker. So here goes the beans, the dry beans. Hopefully you can find a good brand. And you stir everything. And there it goes. The chicken broth, usually, or the beef broth. I'm using the beef broth today. And it has about 4 cups of it. And you can always add about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water. I like my beans pretty thick. I don't like a lot of watery and anything like that. And so I add the whole 4 cups, which is 1 is enough, so you don't have to buy 2. And keep ready, with your water, about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water shortly after that. So finally, the beans are in. I just closed my pressure cooker. So here it is, which was a present from my sister-in-law about 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago when we got married. And it's a great pressure cooker. We've had it for 10 years and I use it quite often, and it works beautifully. So thanks, Katie. It was an amazing, Katie and Alan. It was an amazing present. So here we go. Crank up the heat. Let it cook for about 30 minutes or so. Open up, check to see if it's cooked. And if it's not, you can close it up, cook for another 10 minutes. Can't go wrong with that. So here's my recipe. I hope you can maybe make it yourself. It's nice and easy. Maybe not that easy, but it tastes good. Thanks for watching.